Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God. Back with you with the next video in my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Today, continuing Baldur's Gate 3. So after talking with Will at camp, we're going to talk next with Karlach.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
We gotta keep going. Let's say, tell me more about your relationship with Gortash.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work, guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Thanks, Karlach. Next, Shadowheart. Rockshield's wife. Is that an official marriage, by the way? The scene says that Shadowheart wants to be with him now and always, and then Brockshield agrees, and they kiss. I suppose that means they're married. Maybe they're not legally married, but Brockshield's partner.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know.
How are you feeling?
Do you really need to ask? I'm sorry. I have a lot on my mind. Shadowfell, Night Song. Can think of little else.
Let's save here. Let's say, Night Song. She mentioned your fear of wolves just like you shared with me. That's no coincidence.
That's not the first time you've made such a leap. But perhaps there's more to it than I know, or would care to admit.
Nightsong will be able to give you answers when the time comes.
The sooner I speak to Nightsong, the sooner I'll know what the future holds for me. Assuming I have a future at all.
You do, Shadowheart. Brockshield would now say, I'm here for you if you need me. I thought you might have needed reminding after everything.
Thank you. I think any attempts at comforting me might be in vain just now. But you're sweet to keep me in your thoughts.
We can say, there's some matters I wanted to discuss.
I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later. I'd be a poor counsel and worse company just now.
Alright. Thanks for letting us know, Shadowheart. Next, Gale.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
We'll end the conversation with Gale.
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
Okay. Nothing except like extravagant there. Let's talk with Loisel.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
Okay. Us.
Friend, we are here for you!
Let's leave. And there's Nightsong. And Vola. And Thania. Not sure where Halsin is. But we'll save first and talk with Thania.
You did it. Catherick Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
I'm glad I could help.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Thanks, Daniel. Let's start with the night song now.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Open your mind to that sensation.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
We can start with, does this mean you're a Selunite?
I don't know.
Your parents both followed the Moon Maiden. I could sense their faith, even in a brief glimpse of the past.
It is a tragedy that the Moon Maiden's right was perverted by Shah. Your future was stolen from you.
I'll help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
The Spear of Night. I thought that was cast into the Shadowfell.
I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Well done. Spear of Night. A legendary spear. It's a thrown weapon. Interesting. Legendary. Wow. So let's let Shadowheart hold on to that. Great job, Shadowheart. Let's talk with the Moon Maiden now again and see if she has anything else to say.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
What is it?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
There's still a great deal about you I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Are you really Selûne's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the Dead Three?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
How did you come to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm. Father of my one and only love. Enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me. Even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel. By her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There,
They trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Wow, that's horrific. I'm reminded of that Greek god. I forget who it was. Prometheus, yeah. I don't know if Prometheus is a full god or a half god, but the ancient Greeks, the story was that Prometheus steals fire from the gods and he gives it to the humans. That's their story. And Zeus punishes Prometheus by taping him to a rock. He chains him to a rock, and every morning an eagle comes and picks his liver out. And then because Prometheus is a god or half god or whatever, his liver regenerates during the night. And the next day Zeus's eagle comes and picks his liver again and again and again and again. Every day Prometheus's liver is picked by Zeus's eagle. And it's just I never forgot that story from when I first studied that in 9th grade in my English class, where we read the Odyssey and we read different other works. I think we may have read the Iliad, I'm not sure, but we definitely read the Odyssey. And so a lot of these themes were brought up. And it was definitely fascinating because of the fact that Dame Aelin suffered a torture very similar to that. So let's keep going. Let's talk with Isabel.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
You and Aelin seem to have a lot of history. What happened?
A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Certainly. There's magic in a look.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
He'd become the chosen of Merkel.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
Understandable.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
I'm glad Isabel is alright. So with that, let's go ahead and long rest. That was some really fun stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and save here. Okay. Let's talk with Shadowheart.
I've been lied to. My whole life. And I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
We could say you have a lot on your mind, but we have to stay focused. The Absolute is still a threat. Or you've been forced to live a lie. At least now the truth is starting to reveal itself. Or dare I suggest, Shar may have had her reasons. Or what we will say, which is, whatever you must do, I will be by your side.
Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
And what's that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Let's go ahead and continue the conversation with Shadowheart after a save. We'll say, I want to talk about what happened with Lae'zel.
We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking. But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now.
I'll be keeping an... we could say, that's good, we could say, I'll be keeping an eye on both of you. I don't want a fight happening again. Or, I'm surprised you didn't leave. Or what we will say, which is, that's good. I'd rather keep things friendly between all of us.
You have an interesting definition of friendly. But yes.
I wanted to talk about our relationship.
Of course.
Oh, we could ask her for a kiss. Interesting, yeah. I'm not sure what to say. Let's hold off on that for now. I'll start with, how are you?
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
Let's say, I want to talk about all that's happened to us. Actually, yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations?
No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. And attractive company too, no less.
Feelings mutual, Shadowheart. Let's leave for now. Okay, let's go ahead and head out of camp for now. Let's save. Okay. Now as we look at the map here, is there any area that seems to have a quest? No, right? So let's just read everything here. So we need to seemingly go find the night song, okay. Wizard Laura Akan, okay. Interesting. Okay. So we've got to make for Baldur's Gate 3, so no reason to be shy about it. Let's head to Baldur's Gate 3.
On the march. And Baldur's Gate is their target.
Yes, you are about to progress your adventure. Once you move on, you may not be able to return. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. Interesting. Let me quickly Google where to find Zevlor, because I think I am walking away from Zevlor. Yes, I think we're about to walk away from Zevlor. So to not do that consciously, let's go ahead and let's actually try and go back to the Illithid camp here, because of the fact that Zevlor is somewhere there. And so I need to go find him if we ever want to find him, so I don't want to leave Zevlor trapped, so yeah, he's worth looking for, I think. So you may notice that there's actual lag in this area because of how big it is. Lag that doesn't exist in the other
Baldur's
areas.
Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
You need to eat before we head off, alright?
Yes.
Do you have anything to eat?
No.
So let's see, because I'm not entirely sure if we're on any kind of the right path here. Because I think I missed finding Zevlor down in the Illithid area, so because otherwise the quest would have updated. So looking at it, there doesn't really seem to be anything other than that. So Zevlor is really the only thing left. So let's see if we can still walk down there. I'm not even sure if we can. I'll save here. Okay. No, I don't think so. So I think I lost Zevlor. That's unfortunate, but there's actually really nothing I can even do at this point, honestly, because I can't re-enter the place. So that means I cannot find Zevlor. Okay, so since there seems to be nothing that I can do to get Zevlor back, we have to move on.
What to do?
So what we'll do is we will now proceed to the road to Baldur's Gate. And we will progress to Baldur's Gate at the start of, you guessed it, next week's video. And so with that, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This would greatly help the channel. Light to be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.